Hey, technical difficulties, they are bound to happen. We love them. Second group of people. If you are an incoming 7th grade, and this is your first night with us, or it's just, you're leaving 6th grade going into 7th grade, raise your hand. Hey, let's give it up for these guys. Woo! Hey, we 7th graders, did you know that there is approximately like 30 of you guys? We are so excited. And man, hey, let me tell you, I know there's been some confusion, 7th graders, on the exact dates of when you are moving up. So let me go ahead and just give you the exact dates so there's no more confusion, okay? Next Wednesday is going to be our, I have some slides. Forgot about that. Next Wednesday is the first Wednesday for incoming 7th graders, okay? May 27th, it's going to be our kickoff. We're going to get to that in a second. It's going to be amazing, and so we're so excited for you to join. That's next Wednesday. So basically, you're already in. We are so glad that you're here. And then the first Sunday is 6-7 Sunday, June 7th. June 7th. That is your first Sunday. That is promotion Sunday. I'm better than that, I know. We have the 31st, May 31st is going to be Life Group Fellowship for existing life groups, and then that's our 5th Sunday, and then the following Sunday, that's when you guys will officially join. And before we get to anything on the calendar, okay, eyes on me, guys, eyes on me. Before we get into anything on the calendar, I want you guys to know how you can reach out to us, how you can reach out to me, how you can stay informed and connected, okay? So if you haven't already, please pull out your phones and text students to 417-212-5909. That is our main form of communication. You can be a student, you can be an adult. That is the one primary way. There's other ways, but it's the primary way that we send out any information, especially about our events, especially about something called Mystery Monday I'm about to get to, so you want to have that. Also, you can follow us on social media. If you have any emergencies or you want to get a hold of me specifically, there's my number and email address at the bottom. And we'll throw this slide up at the end if you guys don't get the chance to get it down. Let's see. Are you guys ready to hear about what we got going on this summer? Are you guys ready? Oh, man. See, I'm not even asking twice. Usually I have to ask it twice. You guys are pumped. I can tell. Hey, here's what's happening. Here's what's happening this summer. We had it last year. We're having it again. Mystery Mondays. Yeah, here we go. If you don't know what Mystery Mondays are, be afraid, okay? Be afraid. Mystery Mondays. Here's what Mystery Mondays are. Every single Sunday night at approximately 6 p.m., we will send out secret special instructions on where you'll be able to find us that coming Monday. And you'll typically we'll have a prize to the first few people who get there. So last year we said, hey, Mystery Monday is at Sonic at 11 a.m. tomorrow. First 10 people there get Sonic, right? So this is going to be really fun. It's a great way for us to build community, get to know each other. Please come to Mystery Mondays. Last year, if you thought they were cool, they're going to be even better this year, okay? It's going to be awesome. Next, I need a drum roll, guys. I need a drum roll. Next, for this Sunday, for life groups this summer, we are having Life Group Olympics. What this means is in your life groups, you will be competing life group against life group throughout the summer. We have some crazy events planned, and the winner at the end of the summer will win a major prize for your life group. Maybe it's a trip to Disney World, maybe it's not. Maybe it's something else fun and a little bit more on budget. But hey, if you are not, this is important, okay? If you are not plugged into our life groups, that is honestly one of the bread and butters of our student ministry, okay? When we jump into life group, we go through God's Word, we go to do life together. It's on Sunday mornings at 10:30, so come this summer for Life Group Olympics. All right, I say we get into some Wednesdays. Here we go. We're going to go month by month here. We're going to go month by month, but let's start with the month of May. Today's the 20th. Next Wednesday is summer kickoff at the Trospers. Hey, again, you know how fun it is at the Trospers, and man, we are going to be back again this summer. We have some really fun new things planned. There's going to be some surprise things happening there. And so when you come to that's next week. I'll give you the instructions right now. Make sure to bring clothes that you don't mind getting damp or dirty, and make sure to come hungry. Got it? Okay? Wear clothes that is okay to, be thrown away. Just kidding. That you don't care about too much, and then bring an empty stomach. Next, we're going to go to June. Here's the Mystery Mondays of June. We basically have Mystery Mondays every Monday that we are available to do, so you can get those on your calendar. And let's go to June 3rd. This is the first Wednesday in June. We're going to Yapoa. If you do not know what Yapoa is, let me give you some picture examples. This is a crazy, awesome one-wheel park. There's also drift trikes. There's hammocks just to hang out. There's a little space to gather. We're going to have food there. And actually, they cut us a great deal. So because we're going to take such a big group, this is really important. This is the only event where we need to do this on, besides something in July. But if you want to go to Yapoa, which you all should go, it's awesome. There is going to be a registration for that. Okay, I'll throw up the QR code later, but for Yapoa, we need to have registration there so that we can fill out the waivers ahead of time. If you don't fill out the waiver ahead of time, you can still come, but you're just going to be spending a while going through it right before you get there, and you don't want that, okay? Also, it's only going to be $20 for each person, but if you bring a friend, they're free. If you bring a first-time friend who's never been here before, they're absolutely free, and if you have siblings, there's a discount for you as well. Yapoa, June 3rd, it's going to be amazing, really fun. Let's talk about June 10th and June 17th. We did something like this last summer, but we are going to break up middle school and high school, and even further than that. So middle school on the 10th is going to be here at the Student Center for Color Wars. Color Wars is so fun. We have a different thing planned for that this year. It's going to be awesome. And then actually the high schoolers are going to be at a pool party for that week. And we're actually going to separate freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We'll send out the information as we get there. And then the next week we flip, right? So high school is here, and then middle school is at pool parties. We have some really cool pool people here, excited about it. Let's talk about the last Wednesday. It's Youth Madness at the Student Center. I'm not going to tell you anything about Youth Madness, okay? You don't get to know anything about Youth Madness. Just know that you want to be here. You want to bring your friends on June 24th, Youth Madness. Let's look at the month of July. Here's some Mystery Mondays there. Let's talk about June 1st. We have no midweek just because of summer camp. So a lot of you are signing up for summer camp. We, of course, will not be meeting. Yeah, we're super excited. I'm super excited, guys. More on that here in a second with camp. But yeah, for those of us who are not going to camp, there won't be anything that week. The week following is our firework night. Guys, hear me. Last year, we had so much fun that we decided to invite the whole church. So this is actually going to be church-wide. Parents in the room, you guys are invited to this, the whole church. And you know, more people means more fireworks. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a registration online for that too, but you don't have to worry about that yet. We'll send out the links and everything just to get a general count for food and everything since it's the whole church. Let's talk about July 9th. This is going to be an upperclassman lake day. We had one of these last year for our juniors and seniors. It was amazing, and so we're going to do that again. There'll be a registration for that, and I'll send out something soon. The 15th, we'll have Calvary Kids Camp, and we have a lot of you serving in that, so we're going to, Tyler has asked, we have all hands on deck, so we're going to take a break that week. There is going to be Mystery Monday that week, so you'll want to come to that, but for that, there'll be no Wednesday. On the 22nd, we got Bar Night back at the Trospers. And man, I'm not going to tell you much about Bar Night either, except that we want to see you there. It's going to be amazing. So please come to Bar Night. Come to all these things. On the 29th, we're also going to be gone for our mission trip. So July is kind of flip-flop, right? No midweek firework night, no midweek barn night, and then we have no week for mission trip. But we're going to be packed. And what I want to do after August is talk a little bit about these trips. So let's go to August. We have, for our last Wednesday before our fall break, we have our game show night. Formal attire only. Only formal attire. I want to see some really fancy people here, okay? We're going to have a game show night. It's going to be awesome. And then we'll have finally a break before our fall kickoff week like we did last year. Okay. This is really, really important and really exciting. I'm going to scroll down here in my notes. I have some exciting things to talk about these trips this summer. We have our summer camp. Summer campers, if you're signed up, man, we filled that thing up quick, okay? I apologize to anyone who didn't get to sign up. Apparently 70 spots was not enough, and so next year we'll definitely compensate for that. But if you're going to camp, there is going to be an informational meeting for camp on, let's see, I have it right here, June 21st after church. So I'll send that out. You'll get an email from me. But June 21st, that's an all-parent, all-student mandatory meeting for whoever's going on that camp. And man, we're going to have so much fun. I grew up going to student life camps, and it was life-changing for me. And I'm excited to take you guys there. Next, this is really exciting. If you are super bummed that you didn't get to go to camp this year, I have some exciting news. And I actually got some exciting news today. So earlier today, I got off the phone with our contact in Omaha, Nebraska. His name is Aaron Householder. What a cool name. And he actually gave us some really awesome information about our partners for this mission trip. Here's the thing about this mission trip. The slots, there are so many slots that are still open. So if you are trying to figure out a trip to go on this year, man, I would suggest signing up for our mission trip. It's the first mission trip that our youth group has been on in over 5 years, and man, it's going to be awesome. What we're going to do there, this is set in stone now. We're going to be working with 3 churches, partnering with 3 churches. One is a church plant that doesn't even exist yet. The church doesn't even have a name. They're in a city called Lincoln, Nebraska. 7,000 people, no church to be seen in that area. And so we're partnering with the pastor there. He and his wife are starting. So, it's going to be cool. We're going to go and do a block party there. We're going to do some canvassing. And who knows, if we go back next year, we might get to see what God has done in the year between the plant and when we come back. Second church, we're going to be going to an old church, an African-American church on the north side of Nebraska. And they haven't had a coat of paint on their building for 30 years. It is looking rough for them. And so we need people who are willing to come and paint, willing to come and serve. And so please, man, they need help, and we want to help them revitalize their church. The third church is an existing church in western Nebraska, and they have a really huge heart for evangelism, especially evangelism in their neighboring suburban subdivisions. And so we're going to just go out with this church, and we're going to share the gospel. Okay, we're going to invite people in, and it's going to be just a life-changing experience. At least that's my prayer. And so, and you guys will see when it's different being in the Bible Belt and being there where Jesus is not well known. So I'm super excited about this trip. We're going to take a day to go to the zoo, do some sightseeing. It's going to be really fun. Omaha has one of the biggest zoos, I think, in America. And so if you're interested, we currently only have 28 people signed up, and man, we can probably take up to 60 with this trip. So please pray about it. When you first register, you'll be put on the wait list, but everyone's on the wait list. We do a short interview just to put you on which team you're going to be going on. And next, I'm going to talk about some student teams for this summer. Here we go. We have 4 student teams I'd like to talk about. CS 180. Raise your hand if you are in CS 180 currently. Okay. We have about 11 of us. And you guys can put your hands down. Man, we'll have a time this summer where we have some of our CS 180 kids come and talk about this year. But we just finished one of our sessions for this year. We're going to start back up next semester. Going to get going here a little bit in the end of summer. And man, this is just a great time. It's open to all high school students. There's going to be an application process. But this is for if you're a high schooler and man, you just want to serve. You want to not be just about consuming here, but you want to be about serving here and be in the hands and feet of Jesus. And it's really just a leadership group. It's not a holy huddle VIP group. This is a group just based on servanthood and, man, just being devoted to the things of God. Next, we have CS Worship, and that QR code is for anybody currently or interested in joining our worship team. So even if you've been on the worship team for 25 years or you are interested and you've never been on a single worship team, scan that QR code. Lily, our worship intern who I introduced, she's awesome, and she's going to be doing some auditions for everyone. So it'll be re-auditions for those who are already in and auditions for those who are coming up. Just because she wants to know where you're at, she wants to know how best to place you on the team, and also there's some exciting opportunities in our worship team that we're going to be able to unlock here soon. I'll have a sneak peek, or we won't give you any sneak peeks for that, but that's going to be available to you, so scan that QR code. Lily's asking that you fill out that form by May 31st. That's a week and a half to just fill out a Google form. Okay, I think it's a fairly simple ask, and then you can schedule your audition past then. Next, we have CS Media. Logan Weaver is taking the lead on that. He's graduating, but he's going to be heading this ministry where we're going to try to dig into our online social presence, okay? Social media is a mission field, and we would love to do the best we can to just show the world who we are. And so if you are good at photography, videography, editing, video editing, any of that stuff, talk to Logan, talk to me. We'd love to get you on that team. And lastly, this is not a team. I've called it a team before. It's really not a team that you don't have to audition to get onto it. It's not a special team as far as who you are, but it is our prayer team, okay? Prayer team is open to everybody, and what we do, we know as a church and as a student ministry that we can plan all these things. We can have a lot of fun. We can do a lot of things, but if God isn't in it, then it doesn't matter. Right? Then we just become a fun club that gets nothing, gets nowhere, right? And so prayer is the means that God gives us to communicate with Him, to request from Him, to just talk back and forth with Him. And so, man, I'd encourage all of you, if you want to grow in your prayer life, if you want to get on mission and praying for the things of this church and the things of God, then hey, please come to CS Prayer. That'll be available every single midweek of the summer and the fall. There'll even be some prayer team right after here. We'll have it a little bit later than usual because we got a leader meeting. But prayer team, man, I'd love for you guys to be a part of that. And finally, I want to go through some house rules with you, okay? We have house rules as a ministry. Again, we love to have fun here. We love to do some fun things. But in the end, we have some guidelines, okay? Because not only are we here to have community, but we're here to represent Jesus. And so as a church, as if you're in the building, if you're outside the building, we like to base our house rules, ground rules off of this verse. If you know it, read it with me. You can see it, so read it with me either way. Okay, it says this: "Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and purity." And so what we find from this verse is that if you're in Calvary students, you speak kindly. I need everyone to lock in at this point, okay? If you're in Calvary students, you speak kindly. Okay, even things formed as a joke, if it's mean, man, we don't want to hear it, okay? We want to speak kind words, speak pure words, because we represent this church, we represent Jesus. And man, we want people who come here to feel very welcome and spoke kindly too. Next, we walk wisely. What that means is you're not, climbing on the rails out there or on the staircase. You're not, kicking holes in the wall or drawing on the walls. We would love to respect the building that God has gifted us. Man, we're in an amazing facility, super blessed, and we want to steward it really well. So if you're in Calvary students, you walk wisely. Next, you love generously. What is the best way? What is the best way to bring in someone who doesn't know Jesus? What's the best way to maybe attract someone who doesn't know the Lord, who is maybe questioning in their faith? The best way to do that is to love them well. We finished an apologetics series earlier this spring semester. We talked about, man, the greatest apologetic for our faith is how we love people. Right? How we are kind to people, how we love them generously. Next, believe boldly. We are unapologetically Jesus-following, Jesus-professing believers here. And so, man, we're going to be bold about our faith this summer in the way that we invite our friends, in the way that we go on mission, in the way that we go to camp, and just, man, continue to grow our faith. And lastly, we pursue purity. Guys, let's just get brutally honest here. We're going to have some pool parties this summer. We're going to have some hot events where the temperatures, are getting really up there, okay? It's the summer. And so we pursue purity as a student ministry. That means that you're dressing modestly, no midriffs. You know what is modest, and so I'm not going to have a whole list here, but you dress modestly. And if you are not dressing modestly, we're not going to embarrass you. We're not going to call you out or make you mortified, but we are going to kindly ask that you would dress modestly. And worst case, we might ask you to change clothes. I don't want to get to that point, but if we need to, we're going to get there. Also with PDA, we do not tolerate PDA as a student ministry. So again, we speak kindly, walk wisely, love generously, believe boldly, pursue purity. Okay, anyone remember January, our vision night in January? Anyone remember the one word that we are trying to focus on this year? Hey, I heard it right here, zeal. What does zeal mean? Anybody? Zeal is a passion, an enthusiasm, an excitement about the things of God. Zeal is loving Christ, right? And part of loving Christ means loving each other and being in fellowship with each other. Let's get really real right now. We can have fun here at Calvary Students. Right? We love planning these fun events. We love getting together, having a lot of fun, a lot of food and friends and fellowship. And here's the thing, God loves fun. God created fun. He is glad when we have it. But God isn't all about fun. And our mission as Christians isn't to all be about fun. Many of you have heard this story in Jesus' life. It's about him calling the first disciples. So we have on the scene Peter, James, John, Andrew, and they're fishing. They're fishing all night. They haven't caught a single fish, gotten a single bite. But suddenly in the morning, Jesus comes and he says, hey, cast your net again. They do, and what happens? Fish just start filling up this net so that the boats start to sink. And the disciples are astonished. They are like, man, this is enough fish to feed like 1,000 people. They're astonished. And what does Jesus say? He says, hey, Peter, James, John, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. From then, we see that they had a zeal for the Lord, a love for Christ, an undying passion to serve him and to be about his mission. And I want to tell you, Calvary students, okay, there is a greater purpose in your life than just having fun. The disciples who were astonished about the amount of fish, they loved it, but there was an even greater call on their lives. You see, if you came to Calvary Students for fun and found faith, man, it is time to fish. It's time to be fishers of men. We love to do these events, but in the end, man, it's the Lord who we're doing it for, right? There's a God who loves you. There's a God who, even though we are broken in our sin, every single one of us, you, we're dead in our sin. The wages of our sin is death. Despite that, we have a God who stepped out of heaven. Right? Because of his love for us, he came down, sent his son Jesus to live a perfect life, die on the cross for our sins. And man, he says if we believe in him and believe in his sacrifice and his resurrection, that we will be transformed from death to life. That's why we're doing it, students. And when we put our faith and trust in him, not only do we have our eternity secured in heaven, but we get to right now see the amazing fun, joy, love, peace that Jesus offers. And so yes, hey, we're going to have an awesome summer, but the main purpose, man, is we're going to go hard after spreading God's love, growing together in Christ, and also extending the invitation to the lost so that they can come, find the truth, and be saved. We're going to have 15 minutes of faith every single Wednesday. We did that last year, and what we're going to do is every single event, we're going to share the gospel, the good news of Christ, right? And so I know some of you all are going to have some sleepovers this summer, right? You're going to invite your friends, you're going to have a blast. And I encourage you, hey, make Wednesday night a part of your friend's routine, right? Make Wednesday night something that you invite maybe the person at school that you know, hey, maybe they need some help and some joy and some hope in their life. Right? Maybe they need to find Jesus, and hey, it's maybe not the only step, but the first step is to, hey, come to church, right? Come to this amazing Color Wars event or this kickoff. We're going to, do some fun things, and we're also going to talk about Jesus. And on the way home, ask them about it. Have a conversation. Maybe it's time to start, living not just for the fun, but for the fishing, right? So if you don't know Jesus, if you have any questions, or if you're excited, if you're just excited for these events, man, I want you to know here tonight, students, parents, there's a God who loves you, cares about you, and he's so excited that you're here right now. And what I want to do is I want to just close in prayer. Before we're going to worship our King again, but let's just take a second again and pray over our plans for this summer. And so the band's going to play here in a second, but man, I just want to say maybe tonight is the night that you hear God just saying, hey, maybe you've had some doubts, maybe you had some distractions in your life, and maybe tonight God might just be telling you to make a commitment, right? Make a commitment to following him closer. Maybe if you've never known God, maybe it's the commitment to find out about who he is. It's not the only step, like I'm saying, but maybe the first step is to just start coming back to church regularly. If you're intimidated and your first time here, maybe God is saying, hey, man, I need to push into this awkwardness. I need to push into this overwhelmness, and maybe I need to come here and find some community and find people who will build me up, godly influences. Maybe right now you need to invite a friend or someone that God's put on your heart. You're like, man, they need to be a part of it this summer. And who knows if it'll go anywhere, but maybe I just need to be obedient and trying to make fishers of men. And maybe tonight God's calling you to join one of these teams that we talked about. Join in one of our servant teams. Maybe it's time to just be obedient and serving the Lord. And so I'm going to give us, I'm going to give us like 4 minutes to just pray. All right, pray over our plans. I'm going to lead us, and then we're going to stand again and sing and worship. So man, let's go to God in prayer right now. Maybe you have questions or doubts about God, and it's just time to say, hey, Lord, will you help my unbelief? I believe, but will you help my unbelief? Maybe you need to just ask that the Lord would give you peace right now. That He'd give you just comfort, freedom from your anxiety, from anything just on your mind right now. Just ask that He would fill you with His joy. Maybe right now you know someone, you can picture someone that, man, you need to reach out to. I mean, this isn't just a grow bigger and bigger and bigger. That's not what we're about here. We're not about the numbers here at Calvary. We're here about, man, bringing people to Jesus to transform their lives, transform their hearts. So maybe you need to pray right now for that person that you're thinking of. Maybe you need to pray for the confidence to reach out to Him. Lord, I pray that you would bless our plans for the summer. Lord, I pray that you bless these students, bless these parents. God, we know that this life isn't easy. This life isn't cut and dry. It's complicated. Lord, for those in this room who are struggling with nerves, with stress, with anxiety, Lord, I pray that you would just bring peace and calm. For the students in this room who, man, maybe they've just been walking their own way, I pray that you would call them back to you, Lord. Lord, for those who maybe just been coming for the fun, Lord, I pray that you would teach us to fish this summer. God, teach us to be about the things that you're about. Teach us to be bold in our faith. Lord, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your Son who died on the cross for us. God, we know that it is not by anything that we've done that we're saved, but only through you and your gift. Lord, nothing by the works we can do so that we can boast, but only by the free gift of your Son, Jesus. And so, Lord, help us to just pursue you. Give us a zeal for you this summer. Lord, be with these events. Keep us safe. And I pray that by the end of the summer, we look different than when we started. We love you. We praise you. Amen.
Yes,